Qantas A380. There's only 100 people on. Both me and Glenn have got the middle rows. Even when we land in Australia, we've even got a window seat. There we go. Braised bean, carrots, green beans. Looks like mushrooms. 2 hours late. Is this Qantas 12? Maybe. Finally, looks like good news. Qantas 12 is coming in. And yeah, great news it is. Qantas 12. And that's going to take us to Sydney's Kingsford Smith.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miami Airlines flight 34072 to Miami is now boarding gate 159.
This is named Hudson Fish.
Yes, 81. All passengers with a confirmed seat assignment, please proceed to secondary check-in to gate 157.
Looking more promising. Duty free has come. And all the signs are ready. We might get our finally boarding. Next stop, Australia. We're on board Qantas 12 to Sydney.
Service supervisor and the crew will be looking after you. We'd like to welcome back our Qantas and American Airlines at one.
Okay, so it was really worth the delay. This is going to be the best flight across the Pacific to Australia. Qantas A380. There's only 100 people on. Both me and Glenn have got the middle rows. Even when we land in Australia, we've even got a window seat. This aircraft is empty.
Very close to departure, and a flight time of 14 hours and 19 minutes. The weatherman tells us we might be in for a few bumps just at the very beginning of the flight, then it should be a lovely smooth flight all the way through to Sydney. I invite you to sit back, relax, enjoy this short flight with us. Rest assured we'll be doing everything up the front here to make sure your flight is as smooth and safe as possible. And just before we start descent, we'll get back to you with the latest arrival information. Once again, should be pushing back from here possibly a couple of minutes before 1 o'clock. Thank you.
So we're just pushing back and we're going to go through the safety briefing. Quite crafty on the Airbus. The armrests don't actually stay up, they drop down.
Will flow without the bag inflating. Fix your own mask first and then help others.
I'm still going to lie down on all these. Leg room, as you can see, is not too bad on the Airbus A380.
Lights will guide you to your exits. Your crewmate
USB connectors are
positive environment for everyone.
in the front of the armrest, as you can see there. Well, the
Your Qantas magazine is located in the seat pocket. It contains a health and safety.
So with the aircraft being so empty, I've noticed on the left-hand side, seat C, and in the middle, seat F, and over on the right-hand side, seat H. It's actually a little bit uncomfortable because you've got like a big box now. It's going to get in the way of your feet. As you can see, we're now on aisle 1. I'm just going to look at the meal menus. So I think I'm going to have the braised beef, roast potatoes, carrots, garlic roll, hot chocolate, mid-flight, cheese and tomato toasty. That sounds pretty good. Whole fruit, chocolate, savoury mix. For breakfast, we're going to be scrambled eggs, bacon, hash browns, mushrooms. During the flight, There is wine and different things that you can have. Plenty of new movies. But I don't think I'm going to be watching any movies. I'm going to be doing, hopefully, a lot of sleeping once the aircraft takes off. And of course, if you've got time to read the Qantas magazine, it's always really good. I generally like the back of the books where you've actually got the maps. So we've got a full map, and we are currently here in Los Angeles and travel all the way across the Pacific to Sydney, Australia. And it's all ocean apart from Hawaii and maybe Fiji. Absolutely awesome. And there's generally a good map of, there we go, Australia. So we're going to go to Sydney and up to Brisbane. Such a shame that we couldn't get to Ayers Rock Uluru this year due to the cost. The costs of the airfares were just absolutely crazy. A pretty decent headset. And one thing about Qantas, you get these really comfortable pillows and blankets. And there's the last views of Los Angeles. I've also chosen to be at the back of the aircraft, and normally at the back there's lots of things to eat, like Tim Tams. It brings back a lot of memories. Absolutely love Tim Tams. It's a great Australian experience. So normally there's crisps, chocolate bars, cakes, and of course drinks that you can get back there as well. So I'm going to do my very, very best to make this video really enjoyable on this unbelievable experience. I just still can't believe there's nobody on board. But I am going to be doing some sleeping as well, so I can get to Sydney tomorrow with zero jet lag. The current time is 1:23 AM here in California. This is due to land in Sydney about 10:30 or 11 AM on Wednesday morning. We are currently, well, we were Monday night, Tuesday morning. As we cross the Pacific, we'll cross the international date line, so we're not going to see much of Tuesday at all. It will be Wednesday when we arrive in Australia. And we are on the runway at LAX. It's goodbye Los Angeles. Next up, Sydney, Australia. Makes you wonder how an aircraft can pay being this empty, but I guess it's got to be back in Sydney to either go to Los Angeles or London, various destinations. And there we go, left up. See the runway lights of LAX. And shortly, you should see the coastline. At the moment, the maps aren't working. We've got no maps at all. I don't know if the maps will eventually come on. And there's normally cameras. I'll be checking out the Wi-Fi on this at some point as well. So we've got TV, audio, got your own list, kids, Click on more. In-flight exercises, language, video news, weather, brightness. But apart from that, nothing else seems to be working. Glenn's already got his seat down now. So as you can see, if the aircraft was full, as soon as somebody puts the seat down, there's not a lot of room, especially not a lot of room to eat your dinner. You just realise how uncomfortable this flight could be if it was absolutely packed. So I might be calling this video something like "We're the only ones on a A380 to Sydney." So if you want a bit more extra comfort, the seat rests do actually turn in, so you can rest your head on the seat belt, on the headrest. So far on the flight, got a bottle of water. I just asked, is there any maps? Never been on an aircraft like this one. Maps, times. Just to get a check into that. But apparently, Qantas do have one A380 that has no cameras, possibly no. So during this flight, I'm going to do my very best to stay hydrated. It's going to be really good because obviously you'll be about to move, so if I want to go to the toilet anytime, easy to do. Currently the flight is pretty bumpy, a lot of turbulence. I don't know when they're going to serve the evening meal for us. As you can see, pretty bumpy at the moment. So they have also given out Australian landing cards. Still can't believe that you have to complete these. I think now you'd just be electronically done, like the electronic visa for Australia. This is for the customs declaration. So yeah, I'm going to be completing those probably maybe about 4 hours before we get to Sydney or something like that, after I've had a bit of a nap. It's amazing what you notice when the flight is like this. So when the seat's down in front of you, you can hardly get your drink on the tray now. Imagine having your meal there. But I don't have to worry about that today. Time for the Qantas magazine. Let's have a look through. See what we can see. Anything exciting in here? Wow, just check that view of Hong Kong. Paris. There's some pretty good reading. Sweet Home Road. Okay, dinner is served. I've got a Coke, chocolate brownie, garlic toast, or garlic bread. And we've got the braised beef. Let's check it. There we go. Braised beef, carrots, green beans. Looks like mushrooms. The garlic toast is really nice. Well, the meal was absolutely thumbs up for Qantas. It's now going to be toilet break, and I'm going to get lying down on all these 4 seats. Try and get as much kip as I can. Be back with you guys soon. Okay, just a quick update because I have no idea where we are. There's no maps on this plane, can you believe it? There's nothing on the screens that tells you how long you've got for the flight. So all I can see on my watch or my phone is showing about 6:30 AM in Los Angeles. So we left LA about 1 AM. So we must be almost sort of 5 hours or so into the flight. 14-hour flight, so we've got about 9 hours left. But yeah, just thought I'd give you guys an update of this extraordinary flight. Definitely something really, really strange about this. I've never ever been on an aircraft where there is no Wi-Fi, no moving maps, no screens to tell you where you are, or normally on Qantas it'll tell you approximately when the meals are going to be and you're going to get your ice cream and things like that. There's nothing, there's just a lack of that, and also a lack of people on this plane. There's nobody on it. We'll see you in the next updates. It is amazing when I start filming, people start walking around from everywhere. That lady there was walking around, not got a clue where she was going. She almost probably woke Glenn up. But if you can see Glenn's absolutely what's out there. In his full 4 rows of seats. It's been a bit of a bumpy flight, but at the moment they haven't put the seatbelt signs on. So I'm trying to guess at where we're going to be. Maybe about 6 hours into the flight. So we've got to be somewhere south-southwest of Hawaii. Certainly a long way from California. I've made quite a good bed here with the pillow. So yeah, the next thing that we are waiting for is going to be like a mid-flight snack or maybe an ice cream. Have to spin back to the back of the aircraft there. No Tim Tams. Can you believe it? There is like chocolate brownies and like little crackers. Or drinks, cokes if you want. It's, yeah. It's hard to believe we are heading west over the Pacific on a massive plane and Qantas A380. How cool is that? Hope you guys are enjoying this different video so far. I'll keep updating you on the progress across the Pacific tonight. Okay, we must be halfway. I've now got a toasty. Most people have been missing it because they're still asleep. Okay, time for a little update. So I'm still lying down here. Really cool. It's been a bit of a bumpy flight. Again, not put the seatbelts on. So it's currently 11:16 AM in Los Angeles. No ideas again where we are, but I assume we're coming to the international date line. So Tuesday is eventually to become Wednesday. That's what I'm assuming. So 11:16 in Los Angeles. I'm guessing now we've got about 4 hours left. But I just can't tell, there's nothing on the screens to let me know that. So I'm going to keep having a little bit more of a rest. Got to fill out the Aussie immigration form soon. So yeah, it's amazing. So I'm just trying to picture where we are on the map. So we must be in the southern hemisphere now. Surely we've crossed from the northern hemisphere into the southern hemisphere. And you can imagine probably Australia, we're going to be sort of like northeast Brisbane, so probably Fiji, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to take a guess. We're probably heading right over Fiji right now. Also just trying to work out what the time is, probably in Sydney at the moment. If the flight had left in California at 9:25 as it should have done, it probably would have been approaching Sydney, Australia. So I'm guessing it's about 6 a.m. sometime in the morning in Sydney. This is due to touchdown at about 10:30 a.m. Wednesday morning into Sydney Airport. Okay, so I think it's time to complete the Aussie immigration forms. A bit shaky writing because the aircraft is really shaking in the turbulence a little bit now. Yeah, I would love to have walked up there. I have been up there, but you can't actually see upstairs, and there's like a gate there. So I hope you're enjoying the video so far. Flying across the Pacific on the Qantas A380 QF12. Good morning, everyone. We've got to be probably less than 2 hours from Sydney, Australia. I've now actually moved seats the middle aisle to the window here on the left hand side, which I'm hoping we might enter Sydney that way and get these amazing views. I've done amazingly well, slept really good on this long flight, and remember, Australia, it's a bloody long way. Soon going to be breakfast time. Hope you've enjoyed the video so far. We've still got so much more to show you. Landed in Sydney on this very unusual flight from Los Angeles to Sydney. So yeah, I wonder why. I mean, let's just share a little bit of my thoughts with you. This plane probably carries maybe 650 people. There's 100 people on it today, maximum. 500 seats free. Why don't the airlines sell off those seats a few days before, weeks before, months before, so we can all enjoy the amazing travel around the world, and also be able to get to places like Australia. But unfortunately the airlines don't do that. Days before, nearer to the time, the more you pay. I mean, the airfares this year in 2024 to Australia are just absolutely insane. And yet, thinking about this flight, 500 seats. Imagine how much the airline could have actually made if they allowed people, for example on this flight, to travel from Los Angeles to Sydney for next to nothing. The airline would be getting something, and people would be also enjoying this fabulous time. A little bit of food for thought there. And there's the red kangaroo heading home to Australia. So just trying to figure out again where I am on the map. Imagine probably just northeast of Brisbane. And yeah, going to be so close to Australia. Probably maybe heading over Norfolk Island, somewhere around back there. Still trying to think why they've got no moving maps. I know it's another little moan, but apparently this aircraft is a very old A380. If you think about it, I don't think they're making the A380s anymore. The A380s must have been going for what, 15, 20 years, if not longer. But yeah, if you're unlucky enough to get on this one, you have got all the entertainment like movies, TVs, but you've certainly got nothing to enjoy and think about where you're flying without that moving map. Definitely miss it. Completely light now on board the aircraft. So you can see that's been my bed for the last 12 hours. Great view of the far left engine there, propelling us towards Sydney. So I might have been a bit quiet earlier on in the video. It's probably because I was tired. I was trying to think about not disturbing any other passengers by talking loud, but suddenly thought there isn't any other passengers, so now I can talk as loud as I want. And breakfast is served. We've got a yoghurt, a muffin, and a cooked breakfast there, bacon, hash browns, egg, mushrooms, tomato, and a coffee. Check that out. Australian white sugar. Welcome to Australia, everyone. Better start learning the Aussie language. G'day, mate. Well, the breakfast was amazing. Ready for that? Very soon we've got to be making a descent into Sydney. So this aircraft should have left Sydney left Los Angeles 2 days ago. But obviously couldn't due to mechanical problems. Los Angeles LAX is a major hub for Qantas for repairing their airlines. I wonder what was actually wrong with this aircraft, or maybe I shouldn't be thinking about that. 30,000 feet up. I'm thinking again why this aircraft is so empty and such a shame. Why they couldn't get other people on here for lower airfares. If you think about the fuel that they're burning, yeah, they're probably burning a lot less fuel with a lot less passengers. So, unfortunately, climate change at the moment, it's thumbs up to that, because this aircraft is burning less fuel due to the weight. But again, if somebody from Qantas is watching this, or somebody from the airlines, why not allow people to fly when aircrafts are really quiet like this for lower airfares, more than likely the airlines would probably make more money as well, because imagine if you flew Los Angeles, Sydney pretty cheap, you might only have to pay more to get back. Again, food for thought. Plenty of time to think. It also makes you think about how lucky we've been doing all the travelling around the world so far. But certainly since COVID, it's a lot more difficult to get to places. The world is actually, used to be a small place, it's now getting a bigger place. It makes you wonder, in 20 years, will you still be able to fly to Australia? You probably will, but you may have to be very, very rich to actually get to wonderful places like we're going today. Just amazing how wide the A380s actually are. You can see how huge the cabins are. Doing a lot of thinking on this flight. I wonder if this flight is actually making any money. There's probably quite a few people with first business maybe. I wonder if there's anyone upstairs, maybe not. If anyone knows in the comments, how much does it cost an A380 in fuel to fly from Los Angeles to Sydney? Landing costs, etc. Insurance, wages of staff. Absolutely huge. And then obviously the amount of money that they're taking off people for this flight.
Right. As we'll shortly be landing into Sydney, I'd like to share with you some important information about our arrival. If you're continuing on another international flight and have a boarding pass, please check the screens throughout the terminal for the details of your next flight departure.
Your help to protect Australia's environment, unique wildlife, farming, and way of life from dangerous pests and diseases. That's why you must always declare or dispose of food and ingredients, such as fruit, vegetables, spices, grains, meat.
Okay, so the time in Los Angeles is to 3 p.m. and it must be 9 a.m. in Sydney. So a lot of things have changed. We left Los Angeles Monday, stroke Tuesday morning. It is now Wednesday morning. We're now in the southern hemisphere. Los Angeles we were in -7, and in Sydney we will now be +10. And I guess the other changes in Australia is water goes down the sink clockwise, where in the northern hemisphere goes down anti-clockwise. Australia is one of the largest islands of the world, and it's the only place, the only country in the world that has no active volcanoes. It's also got more sheep than people. A few more interesting facts about Australia. It has the cleanest air in the world, and the first police force was made up of convicts. Australia is also home to unique wildlife. The kangaroos, the koalas, and the deadly spiders and snakes. I first visited Australia in 1992. So that's incredible, 32 years ago since first arriving in Australia. Been here many, many times now. We also have really good memories, friends here in Australia, and all the TV shows. Neighbours. One of my favourites when I was a kid was Skippy the Bush Kangaroo. I guess the main person I need to thank is going to be a very special person called Steve. Unfortunately no longer with us. Well, he was the one who inspired me to first come to Australia. So for you, Steve, here we go. We are back in Australia again today. And he also inspired me to travel the world. So I've got a lot of thanks. I've been very grateful to him, even today. Again, if you've enjoyed this video today, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. It will really help us out. Give it a thumbs up and drop me some comments. And check out our other stunning videos of Los Angeles, Sydney and Brisbane that we'll be bringing you on this trip also.
Sleep throughout the night. The weather conditions down in Sydney, it's going to be a nice day. There's a southerly breeze blowing about 10 to 20 kilometres an hour. It's currently 22 degrees Celsius with a bit of scattered cloud. Today we're going to be flying overhead Sydney, series of right-hand turns before landing back towards the south. You should get some great views out on the west side for the evening. Indication shows touching down just on 10 o'clock local time, and we should have you disembarking the aircraft on after that. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for flying with us today, and do wish you all a very pleasant Easter weekend coming. Thank you.
Getting pretty low now. Just waiting for my first glimpse of the coast of Eastern Australia. And you can just see there's the first sign on the coast of Australia. We've made it.
I was saying a minute ago, we're still over the ocean.
And there we go. So we're actually going to go up to the north and land from the north to the south. And we should get some really good views of Botany. This is Botany Bay. We should get a good view of Sydney Airport, hopefully. And you can actually see the runways of Kingsford Smith right below the clouds there. So we are going to get an incredible view of Sydney as we arrive this morning. Incredible going through all the clouds. Look at this, wow. Here we go, you can now see Sydney Harbour. We'll soon be seeing the harbour bridge. Just look at all the boats in the harbour. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous Sydney Harbour. And here's the Sydney Harbour Bridge coming up. And the Opera House. Welcome to Australia, everyone. 14 hours, 30 minutes, Los Angeles to Sydney. We're here. And that is just a beautiful view of the harbour bridge there. The Opera House. Barangaroo just coming up here. Look at that, that's incredible. We're so lucky to be coming here to Australia. I can see the Sydney Tower, AMP Tower. Beautiful view of Sydney. Hope you're all enjoying this today. Wow. So I think, guys, this has been an incredible video. Something really different. I had plenty of time to think what we need to say and different things like that. Let's get ready down for the touchdown now, here in Australia. Is it going to be a hard landing or is it going to be a soft landing? We're soon going to find out. Looks like partly cloudy skies in Sydney today. Plenty of cargo there. Here we go, we are about to come into Kingsford Smith. It's a little bit windy by the looks of it. The aircraft is swinging quite a lot. And here we go, we're ready for touchdown. Any second now. There we go, touchdown. We are here. Fabulous. G'day everybody. Welcome to Australia. It's good to be back. And as you can see, it's a beautiful day.
Qantas would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians on the airport's land, the Gamigal people, belonging to Botany Bay, and pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. The local time is 10:05 on the 27th of March. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the seatbelt sign is.
Welcome to Australia. So we've just gone to the first machine, which allows you then to go through the electronic gates. The first thing you see in Australia is duty free baggage claim, and look whose case has arrived first. Think of Qantas today.
It was amazing once we got off the ground and once we got going. I slept a good while. I think I slept for about 10 or 11 hours. Yeah, very good.
So apart from the delay, it's a big thumbs up to Qantas. Make sure you fly Qantas when you come to Australia. Highly recommend it. There we go. We're on the streets of Sydney. So if you've enjoyed this amazing video today, give me a thumbs up, drop me some comments, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you on the next adventure here in Australia real soon.